Today we are going to be discussing the top 10 strongest Wings of Fire dragon tribes. So before starting, just in case you don't know about Wings of Fire novel series and you're just watching this video for time pass, then let me quickly brief you about it. So Wings of Fire is a New York Times newspaper company best-selling series written by Tui T. Sutherland. It's very well illustrated and written, and there are about 20 Wings of Fire books as far as now. And as you read it, you will be able to imagine a whole new world and get more and more thrilled. So now let's begin with the list. So 10th are Silkwings. So Silkwing dragonets grow wings at the age of 6 in a process known as metamorphosis, which is why their attack and defense will both be really weak. Even if we consider them with wings, they have no weapon except of flame silk, which is very rare and hard to fight with. So they are pretty much useless, except that they will be useful for a horrific collection if you are like Queenborn. So ninth are Rainwings. So Rainwings have camouflage scales and a most deadly weapon in Pyria, their venom. If they will, they can just surround an army with camouflage scales and attack with their venom, and a whole lot of army is dead in a matter of seconds. They would have been the strongest tribe in Pyria, but they are not meant to fight on mountains in too hot or too cold climates. They get tired really fast and they are physically quite weak, and they don't even want to use their venom on dragons. Only Glory and Kinkajou will to use their venom on dragons. So 8th are Sea Wings. So they are not meant for flying, no fire, no sharp claws or jaws. They only have their powerful tails, which they use to knock off their enemies. And yes, if you are fighting with one near water, you better fly away, because they can simply drown you, because they can breathe on land and water both. So 7th are Nightwings. So Nightwings have fire and can blend into nights or shadows, which is why they are at number 7. And they also have this power that if they are born under one full moon, then they'll have mind reading of future telling powers. If they are born under 2 full moons, then they'll have both. And if they are under 3 full moons, then they have a bigger range for reading minds, and they can read many futures. And right now the only known Nightwing with Nightwing powers is Moon Watcher, and these powers aren't really useful in battles also. But about 2000 years ago, the Nightwing saw a future where Icewings invaded them and wiped them out, which is why they traveled far away from Pyria and somehow they survived. So 6th are Skywings. So Skywings can breathe fire. They have sharp claws. They are the fastest flyers, and they also have this extremely rare power known as fire scales. So fire scale dragons have the hottest fire, which is why they don't need to shoot it from their mouth. Their whole body is on fire. You slightly touch a fire scale dragon, and boom, you will burn alive until you jump into water. And metal can also burn in seconds, which won't happen if you put a spoon from your kitchen into burning fire. But every fire scale dragon is thrown out of the cliff and killed, so they won't be a threat. But Peril is the only known skywing with fire scales and was kept alive by Queen Scarlet for scaring dragons and displaying her power. So 5 are Leafwings. So Leafwings can't breathe fire, but they have this very extraordinary power known as Leaf Speak. They can grow plants with it and command them and also speak with them. This can be really useful against their enemies. So 4th are Mudwings. Mudwings are large and powerful and can breathe fire if they are warm enough. They also have this very rare power which dragons get on 3 full moon night, which is fireproof scales. Clay is the only known Mudwing with fireproof scales as for now. So the High Wings are at number 3. So Now, high wings don't have any fire, but they have four wings, which is already an advantage towards defense and speed. Plus, they have very confusing weapons. Like they can either have venom on the tips of their tails or teeth. They can have either stingers which extend from their talons or paralyzing toxic, which makes them very unpredictable and have a fair advantage against their opponents. But all Pantala continent dragons like Silkwings, Hivewings, and Leafwings, they aren't formed with dragons with flame, and not just flame silk, but dragonets who breathe flame with 80% accuracy. Now, number two are sandwings. So they can breathe fire, survive for days without food and water, and they have a poisonous barb at the tip of their tail, which is very dangerous and effective during war. They can strike their opponent with it, just like scorpions, and have a fair enough body to support them. So ice wings are at number one. They can withstand sub-zero temperature and bright light. Their claws are 10 times sharper than any other dragon tribe. Spiky tail which can stab their enemy, and they simply need to breathe on you and you're dead. Ice wings have this deadly frost breath exhaled from the mouth. For example, if frost breath is shot on a dragon's tail, then his tail will feel numb and simply blacken and come out. If they shoot frostbite on your neck, your decapitated head will fall on the ground. They're also very hard to wrestle because of the cold scales, and they have nearly spikes all over their body. So it's like you knock one out and he suddenly turns a bit, and one of his spikes on his body just stab you. So no doubt that they are the strongest tribe. So hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're a true Wings of Fire fan.